break time, huh? Yeah, that hill kills you, eh? Yeah, good for you though.
Huh?
Good for you.
Well, thank you.
Have a good day. Like I say, I give that lady credit. I wouldn't want to be riding on a regular bike up that hill. Good for her. Hey, if I had to, I could. So they have the dam actually open today. I guess because of the rain, they have to let some of the accumulation of water go into the dam, or over the dam, I should say, into the river. So I'm just at Islington and Emmett, just concluding my ride. And that was a good one. It'll be over 50 kilometers by the time I get home, but it's gonna start raining soon, so I want to go longer today, but I'm not gonna ride in the torrential downpour. So I go up to the Clareville Dam, I go on the West Humber Trail, Recreational Trail, and I go on the Humber Recreational Trail towards Islington and Finch. I find a tree, a memorial tree for my friend, I video that. So if you want to come along for the ride, by all means, it's a bit of a longer one, but it's a good ride. Beautiful day in Toronto. Got any questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Morning, how are you? Been sent on a mission today. Well, not a mission. A friend of mine, her godmother has a memorial tree near Finch and the 427. It's on the West Humber Trail, and I know the trail quite well. And I've been meaning to get up to that trail this year, so that's all the persuasion I needed, was to go find a memorial tree. And it's going to look, I'm assuming it's going to look similar to this little cement plaque, or sorry, little cement bollard with a little plaque on it, and a tree planted in memory of my friend's godmother. When I get up there, I'll try to find it. Just by between Eglinton and Lawrence on the Humber Recreational Trail right now. I got a ways to go. So from this point here, so I am 3 kilometers into my ride. From this point, I'm assuming it's going to be between 12 and 15 kilometers to that memorial tree. Uh-oh. We got quite the crew of dogs up here. It's quite the pack. It's quite the pack this morning. How are you? Hey guys, how are you? I think I've seen them before. I think, well, I think it's safe to assume they're professional dog walkers. Either that or they do a lot of fostering and rescues. So I just hit the trailhead here off Weston Road on the Humber Recreational Trail, and there's quite a substantial blowover right here. Not on the trail more than 100 feet. And I'm without a saw today. But if I did have my saw, it'd be my hand saw, and that's a little bit too much of a workout with what I got scheduled today, so we're gonna have to leave that blowover right there. I have no choice anyways. Like I said, no saw today. Actually, I'll probably be wishing I did bring my saw with me today, because we had some substantial winds in Toronto the last 2 days. It's still a little breezy right now, but yeah, the winds yesterday were crazy, so wouldn't shock me to see some more. That's pretty cool artistry. Whoever did that has some talent for sure. And right there is the 401 going west, North America's busiest highway. So yeah, I've rode by this this mural a few times, and today's the first time I stopped. But yeah, it's impressive. Nice work. Now I'm just going to do a little play-by-play for my friend Rhonda's benefit. She is the goddaughter of the woman I'm going to go try to find the memorial tree for. So I just passed Albion Road, is just right here, and I just passed underneath Albion, and I'm hitting still in the Humber Recreational Trail. And I've videoed this a couple times before last week, where I even got some good footage of that couple deers. But instead of, when I come to the T up here, like a ways up, when I come to the T in the path, instead of going right like I did last time towards Islington and Finch, I am going to go left, and I'm going to hook up with the West Humber Trail, Recreational Trail, and that's going to bring me towards Clareville Dam. And I got a pretty good idea where this memorial tree is, and I don't think we'll have a problem tracking it down if it's still there. Like I said, this path is my favorite. It's in the top 3 for sure. And once you're on this path here, you're on it. There are no tributary paths or parking lots to come into it. You have to start at a trailhead and walk your way in. That's why there's not a lot of people on this path, because it's once you're on it, you're in. You're committed. I will do a night ride on this path. And I'm just shy of 10 kilometers from my house to where I am at now. So I'd have to, you know, at least 9 kilometers to get to the trailhead of this path from my house. But I will do a night ride. This will be an interesting night ride because I would expect no one on this path. But having said that, I'm sure I will encounter some people. Past the guy back there, he was fishing. Little slewway here. I'm thinking that would come off of Weston Road. To my right is Humber Valley Pond. It's a nice little pond. And this is where I seen the deer last time I was here. It was over in the woods over here, and I tracked it up a little bit, and then it crossed right in front of me, like, I don't know, 15 feet in front of me, if that. Still Humber Valley Pond. Wouldn't say it's a very small pond, but you know, it's first time I ever came across that pond. I was pleasantly surprised to see that body of water there I didn't even know existed. Okay, so this is the T, I call it the T in the path. So to the right, Humber Recreational, to the left is gonna hook me up with the West Humber Recreational Trail. And I didn't have to come this way. I could have cut over down Albion Road and caught the trailhead off Albion Road, but this is a nicer way to come. I don't have to deal with the traffic. And it's around 9 a.m. in Toronto, so on a Friday, so you can well imagine the volume of traffic on the road because of rush hour. It's not pleasant to deal with, and I've said in many of my videos, I really dislike riding on roads because, you know, dangerous, number one, due to the traffic and the way that people drive. You have you know, hundreds of thousands of unskilled drivers on the road, and the state of the road, the infrastructure is, a lot of the roads in Toronto are demolished. It's like a third world country. And due to the heavy rain, we've had heavy rain in Toronto the past couple days, and obviously the creeks, streams, and rivers are very high, dangerous. Now I have to admit, I've only taken this way. This is maybe my third time coming across this little portion of this trail. But once I go west of Albion Road, on the other side of Albion Road up here, I've been on that trail half a dozen times at least. Very nice trail as well, and it goes past Humber College. Got the scoop going on here. Now, I believe last time I came this way, I went up here and across Albion Road up here. Big ball diamond. Sports ball field. Yeah, I think this was the smart move. This is the money move coming this way. Make the move. One time I was coming back on the West Humber Trail, and this parking lot was full. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what it was full with. It was full with these guys here with their birds and their cages. They bring their birds here in a cage and they put them on poles. How's the birds doing? Yeah? Well, you got just one?
Yeah, one.
Yeah? What's that bird called? A finch?
Finch.
Yeah.
Bullfinch.
What's it called?
Bullfinch.
Okay. Too windy, eh? Yeah. So you heard it right there. You heard it from the horse's mouth, people. The little goldfinch. You put them out of that cage today, it's gonna never come home because it'll be blown into the next province. Okay, so now I'm officially on the West Humber Recreational Trail, headed towards past Humber College and the Clareville Dam and the memorial tree. Let's go find it. Just shy of 13 kilometers in. So way back in the day, I wouldn't have been more than 10 years old, and I had an aunt and uncle that lived up in Rexdale. Rexdale is you know, a little suburb of Toronto that was like cookie cutter type houses, and it was off Islington, Kipling, Albion Road area. And my Uncle Bruce and my Aunt Helen, my dad's sister, they had a house up here, and we used to go visit them every so often. And they had a dog. They had a black lab. Black labs matter, people. And his name was Albert, but we called him Albie for short. So I always looked forward to coming up to see my aunt and uncle because I could take Albie for a walk. He was a well-trained black lab, very well trained, smart dog, and obviously loved the water. So I never had to put him on a leash. Back in the day, most people didn't put their dogs on leashes, and I didn't have to. This dog just, I didn't even have to call him. He just stuck with me. He was more or less watching out for me, I think. You know, the mean streets of the Rexdale, of the Rex. But anyhow, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you where I used to take him. So to my left, up the hill, it's a substantial hill up the left here, and I used to walk the dog from their house down to the Humber to my right. And all this foliage to my right, when I was around 10 years old, was not here. It was just all grass. There was no trees whatsoever to my right. You could see the Humber River like very clear. So around this area through in here, I remember it from when I was a kid. So the very first time I was on this trail on my bike, about maybe 2 years ago, it brought back a lot of memories. And I was trying to find the exact spot I used to take Albie. Albie had a unique quirk. So here's a playground up here. This playground obviously wasn't here when I was a 10-year-old. It was a field. So there is a hill. There's two hills. Okay, so there was a hill that wasn't paved, which I passed, and then there was this hill here. Now this is a paved hill, and it's been recently redone by the looks of it, as a lot of the hills have been. So it's a very, very steep hill. So down this path, I'd come down this hill here, and like I said, there was no foliage at all. So I would walk right across this. And yeah, I don't know if I want to take my bike down there. I don't, because I don't want to go for a swim in that river today. But I will show you. So me and Mr. Albie would come down here. Well, maybe not this exact spot. No, it wouldn't have been this exact spot. It would have been, it probably would have been down there more, or over there. But what Albie liked doing, you throw a big rock in the river, and he'd dive in, and he would stay under the water until he found that rock or another rock. And the water over there was quite deep. Now I have to say, this is all overflow because of the rain. This isn't usually like this. This isn't usually underwater here, I don't think. No, I would say that it isn't. So then what Albert would do, Mr. Albie, he would bring a rock every time I brought him down here. He would bring a rock all the way back to the house with him. And I'm telling you, it is, from here, it'd be the best part of 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers. And he'd bring a big round rock with him. And all his teeth were worn down as a result of that. Not just from me, but when they took him for a walk, and when their son took him for a walk. Yeah, his thing wasn't sticks. You throw a stick, he'd just look at you like, I don't want a stick, I want a giant rock. So, childhood memories. Let's continue on. It's a really nice forested canopy area. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling right now. It smells beautiful through here. You wouldn't even know you're in the city of Toronto. Just stopped here at the West Humber Trail and Kipling Avenue. I'm going under Kipling Avenue right now. And the tree, memorial trees near Finch. I think I might have said that, but if I didn't. Oh, what a day today, beautiful day. About 20 degrees right now, a little breezy, but gorgeous day. Continue on. Another blowover. Quite honestly, I thought I'd see more. Got a hitchhiker. So this would be, what would this be? Would this be 27 or Martin Grove? I think this is Martin Grove, I think. Yes, this is Martin Grove. Next should be Highway 27. And we'll be very close to Humber College at that point. Going under Highway 27. Nice mural. Very nice. Humber College is straight ahead of me up that hill, and that is quite the solar array they have on the side of that building. Wow, they didn't have that last time I was up here. Humber College, going over the Humber River once again. Nice big bridge here. Last time I was here, there was a bunch of ducks here too. Now, I'm getting close to the memorial tree. Now, straight ahead is the 427 and the Clareville Dam, right over the 427. And one of these trees here is going to be the memorial tree that I'm looking for. It is not that one. It's this one, Don Teal. And looks like Don was bestowed some good luck. But I'm gonna clean that up for my friend. I'm gonna have a coffee with Don on that bench right there. Give me a second. Well, I didn't bring any cleaning supplies with me, but I'll make do with what I have on my bike. A little water and a little styrofoam pad. And I always carry some latex gloves for bike repairs. Just fine. I'll have you cleaned up in no time, Don. There we go. So this is Finch. That's the 427. And through these lights over here, it will turn into Goreway Drive. I'm gonna go up there over to the Clareville Dam, but first I'm gonna have a coffee with my friend Don Teal. And I first heard the story of how Don passed away yesterday. Rhonda told me she was with her sister. Obviously I don't want to lean back on this bench, I'm just gonna sit on the front of it. Now I hope I get this right, but I believe it was my friend Rhonda's mother's sister, and they are up at a concert in Perry Sound. Matt Dusk, I believe, was the concert. And on the way back, my friend's mother lives in Wasaga Beach. I believe that's where it's where she was living at the time, and she still is there. But they're coming back, I believe, on Highway 400. I'm not exactly sure where, but this lady here, Dawn, she suffered a heart attack at the wheel of their van, and the van, when she died, she let go of the accelerator, and the van coasted into the guardrail relatively slow, causing minimal damage to the van, luckily. So very very sad story. You know, you're with your sister and you're watching a concert, and on the way back you have a heart attack and die in front of your sister. So but anyhow, I was talking to my friend yesterday, Rhonda. She was over at the house, and she said, we were talking about cemeteries. I showed her a couple of my videos. She said, well, I'll give you something to do, and come and find this tree for her, because she's never been here. And you know, I've been on this path many times, so, and I wanted to come out this year, so it worked out well. It gave me a reason to come out here today on a beautiful day. So I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee with Don and carry on to the Clareville Dam. Going underneath the 427 now, Clareville Dam straight ahead. This lady I passed a couple times. She's on a regular bike, give her credit. This is quite a substantial hill. It's going to be a little tougher for that lady to get up it, I'll guarantee you that. Wow. Okay, so Miss Rhonda, if you want to come to that tree, that's going to be it's going to be tricky. You might have to come through, maybe come through this this trailer park here. Excuse me, is this a trailer park here?
That's a park here.
Can you, this is Goreway over here?
Goreway knows further up.
Okay, this is Finch.
Yeah, that's Finch.
Finch. So
yeah.
Can you get a car over to here? No. No?
Oh, you mean from Finch to come?
Yeah.
Or you have to go through
the park, right?
Park.
Okay. Okay. A friend of mine's got a memorial tree over there for her godmother.
Yeah.
And I found it, but she doesn't ride a bike, so.
She wanted to drive.
Yeah, and walk in.
Well,
yeah, I know, tricky, right?
Yeah, that's the park. I don't
So
know.
you
Well, you know what?
What's that?
Yeah, you got a camera there.
It is a camera.
Oh, great.
It is a
I don't
camera.
know. Maybe the park authority there will let you just drive around. And
Or park over there and walk in.
Yeah, they might allow you just temporarily.
Okay.
You know?
That's all I'd say. That's all I can do.
Yeah, and then that's Finch too, if you go that way.
Yeah.
Right?
So how far is Goreway from here?
Well, Goreway is, let's see.
Where's, okay, the water park's right here, right?
Yes, that's the one, and then that's Steele's.
The water park.
Back over here, that's Steele's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, yeah,
I'm a little discombobulated.
Where are you from?
Oh, I live in the Junction, Jane and St. Clair area.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not out this way
my
much.
friends are up in this area.
It's for a ride.
Oh, you went all the way from St.
Oh, yeah.
Clair up to here.
wow.
Oh yeah, I go way further than that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not much. It's 2 batteries on the bike, and I'm only down 1 line on the first battery. So I can get about 110 kilometers.
nice. Really good.
Yeah, you know, you just got to respect the trails, and you know, don't.
Anyways, if you need to know how to get to Goreway,
Yeah.
you can go right here,
Yeah.
go right to the end,
Yeah.
and then go straight down, and you get to
Darcel,
Goreway.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go check out the dam, then I'm heading back.
Yeah.
Heading back to my area. Thanks for your help. Bye bye. So I was talking to those nice people there, and yeah, Rhonda, it might be a little tricky getting your car relatively close to this location. But these people, these cars up here by the dam, obviously they're probably, well, I'd have to say they're employees, or they work for the Conservation Authority or something. You can't park your car here, which would be ideal. But even from here, you got a little bit of a walk. Yeah, it's not easy. It is not easy. break time, huh? Yeah, that hill kills you, eh? Yeah, good for you though.
Huh?
Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Have a good day. Like I said, I give that lady credit. I wouldn't want to be riding on a regular bike up that hill. But good for her. Hey, if I had to, I could. So they have the dam actually open today. I guess because of the rain, they have to let some of the accumulation of water go into the dam, or over the dam, I should say, into the river. So you can see, you know, it's overflowing its banks, and you can see I've never been up here when it's been open. This is maybe my fourth time on this dam, and it's never been open. And actually, I've never seen any cars here, so that makes sense, right? Makes sense. You actually got some city employees earning their $175,000 a year by pushing a couple switches and opening some water, opening some overflow gates, or whatever you call them. So there's the trailer park over there. So Rhonda, that would probably be your best bet. You'd have to go into the trailer park, walk along that road where I seen this older couple, then come down the path and walk to the tree, which isn't too far from there. I don't know how any other way you can do it. You know, could you guys have picked a more obscure spot to put your your godmother's memorial tree? No, I know. I'm only kidding. I'm only making fun. Anyhow, that's going to conclude this portion of my video. Okay, I just got off the phone with Rhonda, my friend. I was trying to explain to her where she's going to have to park in this trailer park to my right and walk in. But it turns out it wasn't her mother's sister, it was her best friend. It was a sister from another mister, is the quote that I was looking for. So, yeah, so it wasn't her sister, it was her best friend that passed away right beside her coming back from a Matt Dusk concert, and that's a memorial tree. So Rhonda, you're gonna go into that trailer park. You're gonna come down this road over. You're gonna come down this road over here. You're gonna park somewhere in there and walk down this road. There, I'll show you. It's gonna be a bit of a walk if you choose to come, but if not, it don't matter really, because now you have the video as reference. So right down that road there at the end is the trailer park, so it's not that bad. You could probably drive your car through there, to be honest with you. You probably could, and maybe park it over there. I don't recommend parking it on the dam, but if I were to do it, you know, I'd be parking on the dam. I'd probably drive my car right down through here. But that's just me. That ain't you. So this would be the walk. So this is a hill, a substantial hill, but it's not that steep, it's just long. Yeah, it's not so bad really. 427. Underneath the 427. So in hindsight, I was just talking to you, it's really not that far. Okay, so where this conservation truck is where your godmother is, not your aunt. Sorry. So where that bench is, she's the first tree. Yeah, so it's not that far of a walk really, not at all. So I expect to see you up here, to be quite honest with you. Okay. And from that, from my house to the memorial tree is 22 kilometers one way, just as a reference, through the trail system, right? Obviously it'll be different when you're taking your car. Look at this guy. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, big boy? Nice dog, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice looking pit bull. Yeah, the Humber's very, very high. This looks like a pretty swanky setup for another drink of coffee. Got some ducks and some geese congregating together. Well, the ducks don't appear to be too worried about me, nor should they be. What a day. Beautiful day in Toronto. Can't believe I mixed up Dawn as my friend Rhonda's aunt when it's her godmother, and it was her mother's best friend, not sister. I tell you, I have two brain cells left fist fighting in my head. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, that's well put, Dewey. That's what I was thinking, the same thing about you. But if I had one brain cell left, I would have voted Liberal. I would think Mark Carney's doing well. So I'm lucky to have two brain cells. Some guy's doing a video back there. He's got two cameras right on the rock. He was there when I went by the first time. That guy's been there a while. Okay, I'm back at the first tee. What I call the tee, right? And down there, if I go that way, it takes me back to Albion Road. And I just crossed Albion Road back there. So, what I will say, this trail to Islington and Finch is much better than this trail, the West Humber Recreational Trail. So 99 times out of 100, if I'm coming this way, I'm gonna make the right and go towards Islington and Finch Trail. And I'm feeling a little ambitious today, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am 32 kilometers into my ride, and I'm gonna go all the way up to Islington and Finch again to telling you, these Tour de France idiots. Telling you, one of these days, one of these Tour de France guys are gonna go nighty-night. I don't mean dead, unalived. I mean he's gonna take a little sleep. But anyhow, holy moly. So I'm gonna go up and see what we can see up there. Stick around. Yeah, this trail is much nicer. It's smoother too. also want to point out something in this video that I don't think I mentioned before. Now, my GoPro, I can run, when I'm on a ride, I can run it indefinitely with the one battery I have in it, because right now, and anytime I want, I can hook it up to my USB charging cable on the control panel of my actual bike. So, but most times when I'm riding, I don't have the camera on. I don't run it continuously. I put it on sporadically when I talk to do a little like B-roll type shooting. But I will say this. I would say 9 times out of 10, when I see, this might sound a little discriminatory, but 9 times out of 10, when I see a white woman walking on the trail, either as a tandem, 3 of them, or a single white woman, I almost always put my camera on before I get to them. And the reason I do that, I want a video I want to have video documentation in the event there is that person wants to confront me over any reason. Now, on the other hand, if I see a woman of color, an Asian woman, you know, I'm talking Hispanic, I'm talking African, Jamaican, whatever, I would say 9 times out of 10, I don't put the camera on, because I don't expect a negative confrontation or a negative interaction with a person of color. I know it's crazy to say that, but the white liberal Karen has a higher propensity not to mind their own business, where other demographics, they tend to mind their own business unless someone is harassing them, unless someone is you know, going out of their way to be malicious or mean to them. I'm just coming up to Islington right here. So this is Islington and Finch. I'm going to turn around and go down to Roundtree Mills Park. Now, there's been a couple interactions that I've had on the trails with regards to people commenting on my bike, and it's been all white people. It's been a white liberal beta feminized male down off of the Lakeshore Martin Goodman Trail, which is a complete, I'm staying away from that moving forward. It's just a little too liberal for my liking. And I've had 2 other occasions, it was 2 separate white women that confronted me with regards to my bike, saying I was going too fast, and I proved to them I wasn't. So that's why I put my camera on when I see white people. I know, crazy. Just thought I'd interject with that. What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much.
You okay, man?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, man.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Doing
nice.
a little backpacking?
Yeah. I wish I had my bike though.
Yeah. Makes things a little easier. Where are you from?
I'm coming from Albion and Islington.
You from Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice day today.
Yeah, it is.
Take care, brother.
Okay, you too.
So I didn't put my camera directly on. Nice guy. He was just in the middle of the pathway there. And I'd have to say that he's a homeless individual. I'm going to speculate and say that because he was wearing multiple layers of winter clothing, and he had at least a 50-liter pack, and it was full, completely full, and he had a couple of shopping bags with him. So, hey, I wasn't trying to disparage the guy, man. Like, I genuinely have a soft spot and for these type of people, for the most part. And in this particular case, he was right in the middle of the path, so I could have zipped around them. But yeah, man, it's rough. It's not easy out here in liberal Canada, and I'm going to get into that. Look how beautiful this park is, Roundtree Mills Park. This park is top notch. I don't have a bottle of water. I don't even have any energy bars or anything on me today, if you can believe that, or I would have offered that guy some. Yeah, he's not having, it's not an easy life. Like, he probably lives out in the woods. think today is the day that I go down this path and see where it goes, and I'm gonna go very slow, not to disturb or run into any animals. You gotta watch for turtles too. You don't want to run any turtles over. So I'm going like 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers an hour. And I'm not sure if you can bring a bike on this trail, but I am anyways, and I'm respecting it, right? Oh, it doesn't go far anyways. Okay. Okay, well let's continue on with this. Now, I'll almost guarantee you there'll be some blowover in here, because like I said, the wind was pretty crazy. So I thought that that crushed stone trail was going to continue on for quite a ways. To my left is the Humber, a portion of the Humber. Okay, so it just brings you back out to the road. Nothing spectacular, is it? Nothing spectacular. Okay. Well, now I know, right? I thought that crushed stone trail would have went on for quite a ways. Tree Mills Park, very nice. I'll go over here and have a little coffee on this secluded picnic table. Back to the T. So I've done the Humber Recreational Trail between the T and Islington and Finch, and I've done the entire West Humber Recreational Trail today. And from my house, I'm on the bridge right now. I'll take a stop here and tell how many kilometers exactly. From my house, a little over 40 kilometers. I don't know if you can see that, but 40.12 kilometers. Still on my first battery. And when I left the house, the first battery wasn't completely fully charged because I had some kilometers on. I don't know how many, but I'm down to one line on my first battery. So it just went down to the last line like a second ago. So I could probably get another 3 kilometers out of this battery. So that would bring it up to 43 kilometers. Plus whatever I had on it prior to starting today. And I've done a lot of hills, so quite a few hills. So yeah, I'm still getting around 50. 4009. I'm still getting around 50K a battery. Thereabouts. Look at this old couple here. How are you today?
Okay.
Oh, for a walk, you two? How long you two been married?
Oh,
Long time.
Yeah, what, 60 years?
almost.
Almost 60?
Almost
Yeah.
60,
Italiano?
Yeah,
Italiano, yeah.
Good.
from 1969.
Yeah, you've been in Canada since 69?
No.
Oh, you've been married in 69?
Maybe.
That's when I was born in 1969.
Oh, my daughter
you
too.
young
I'm a young guy.
We have a daughter from America.
Where in Italy are you from?
Italy.
Yeah, but where in Italy?
Calabria.
Calabria.
Calab. So all my friends are from Calabria too.
Where?
Well, in Calabria, but they grew up at Runnymede and St. Clair, but now they live in Woodbridge.
No. I want to know.
Yeah.
The city in Calabria. You
Reggio,
matter.
I don't know.
Cosenza or Catanzaro.
I don't know what city
Oh,
they
you
live
never
in.
hear, they
No.
never talk about.
I'm a cake. I got Irish descent. What are you guys picking? Dandelion?
Dandelion. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. You make the salad, eh?
That's a good for everything.
I know.
A lot of people
Yep.
no eat. Wait for come the city
Yep.
to bring some food.
No. You guys know how to do it.
But not go to look around. To
Yeah,
buy.
yeah.
I steam.
Yep.
I put them on the freezer.
Oh, very nice.
This one you can make anywhere you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can cook.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Nice old Italian people from Calabria. How you doing, brother? Yeah, so I figured they were picking dandelion. Very good for you. I don't know what pesticides would be on them in these woods, but you know what? They've been married for 56 years, so they're whatever they're eating in their dandelion, it's not doing too bad for them. Underneath the 401 again. Smells like diesel. Big time. Smell of diesel. I don't know what happened there, whether there's a diesel leak or something. A truck is very unhealthy. Big time. Smell of diesel. I think we're to get some rain.
Lap 6, 2647.
Good old faithful, my carrying place trail. I'm on it quite a bit, as you watch. If you watch my videos, you know that. Holy, look at this. Okay, so with the heavy duty rain, this is a washout that I always encounter, but now I have to dismount because it's so bad. You can look at that. My bike just fell right into the hole, into the crevasse. But you can tell that the city tries to fix it. You can see all the gravel being washed away with the water runoff off the hill to my left. Anyhow, can't blame the city for that unless they come in and do like a culvert project in here, which they should probably do. And I'm sure it's on the list of things to do. But yeah, we had torrential rains. Probably the fastest I've ever booked it through there. I got up pretty quick. little hairy. And these tires aren't the best for that kind of riding. I have another set at home, would be better suited, but I lose top end speed with those and I lose range. More importantly, I lose range. That's why they're sitting in my shed, but they're more robust for off-road riding.